Hello, my name is Deledri Diklidiamus. Today our group will be present about 3 pillars of Asian Community 2015. So I will be the first presenter and I will be present about the introduction and will be continued by my group member. So Asian or Association of Southeast Asian Nations is a regional group that aims to work together to develop their respective countries in terms of economy, politics and also the security among other countries. This Asian Community Council has 3 pillars, and the Asian community also has a purpose where the Asian community will be established, which consists of 3 pillars, namely political security community, Asian economic community, and the Asian socio-cultural community, which are closely interconnected and also mutually reinforcing to ensure stability, peace, and common prosperity in the region.
Greetings and hi everyone, my name is Nur Evana Ena. Today I am going to talk about one of the 3 pillars of ASEAN Community 2015 as a platform to achieve ASEAN Vision. ASEAN Political Security Community (APSC) envisages to draw ASEAN towards a rule-based community of shared values and norms. The full implementation of this blueprint is expected to bring prosperity in the region and protects the interests and well-being of ASEAN people. As the APSC blueprint seeks to mainly achieve an enhancement in political stability, democracy and good governance through creating just a democratic and harmonious environment, human rights are expectedly apparent in this blueprint. Respect for the promotion and the protection of human rights and fundamental freedom in this blueprint is one of the main elements in enhancing political development. For your information, the aspect of human rights are more directly addressed under the first key characteristic, which is a rules-based community of shared values and norms. Under this key characteristic, the APSC blueprint lists a number of specific actions which are to be undertaken by ASEAN members states to promote and protect human rights. This is also one of the efforts to promote and protect the rights of migrant workers especially. Other than that, it also promotes and protects the rights of women and children. Also, it promotes education and public awareness on human rights. The next characteristic of APSC is a cohesive, peaceful, and resilient region with shared responsibility for comprehensive security. This characteristic also points out the importance of human rights. Human trafficking and counter-terrorism is also listed under human rights issue. The APSC blueprint has suggested actions such as strengthening criminal justice in response to trafficking in persons and enhancing cooperation to combat people smuggling. That is all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Siti Nur Azimayuni binti Muhammad Nur Azman and I will present about ASEAN Economic Community or AEC. ASEAN Economic Community or AEC is a free market mechanism between ASEAN members, the state that exclude taxes or custom duties and the right of country to move its goods abroad. For ASEAN Economic Community, the ASEAN leaders at the summit in Kuala Lumpur in December 1997 is decided to transform as interstable prosperities and highly competitive region with equitable economic development, reduced poverty and social economic disparities. And next, the AEC is the realization of the end goal of economic integration as exposed in the Vision 2020, which is based on convergence of interests of ASEAN members countries to deepen and broaden economic integration through existing a new initiative with clear timelines. In establishing the AEC, the action should in province of the principle of an action, open outward-looking, inclusive and market-driven economic, consistent with multilateral rules as well as adherence to rule-based system for effective compliance and implementation of economic commitment. And the AEC will establish action as a single market and production base, making ASEAN more dynamic and competitive with a new mechanism measure to strengthen the implementation of its existing economic initiative, routine regional integration in their priority sectors, facilitating movement of business person, scalable and talents, and strengthening the institutional mechanism of ASEAN. There are four characteristics of ASEAN Economic Community or AEC. The first one is single market and production base. Second, competitive economic region. Third, equitable economic development. And the last one is integration into the global.
Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Nur Azikin binti Amir, student ID 2019-430766. So I'm going to continue the presentation, which is the third pillars of ASEAN Community 2015, which is socio-cultural community. So first and foremost, I'm going to explain about what is the meaning of ASEAN socio-cultural community or ASCC itself. So ASCC is basically involves the relationship between the people in ASEAN country, which means that the ASCC will protect the needs of the ASEAN people to maintaining the peace and harmony of the ASEAN countries. ASCC was adopted by the ASEAN leaders at the 27th ASEAN Summit on 22nd of November 2015 in Kuala Lumpur. The main goal of the ASCC itself is to contribute to the formation of the ASEAN community people centered and socially responsible with the aim of achieving lasting unity and solidarity between ASEAN countries by forging a common identity and building caring and sharing an inclusive and harmonious society. ASCC envisions a community where the people enjoy the benefits of being part of ASEAN. Moving on to the next slide, which is the features outlined in ASCC. So basically, the first features was standard of development, where the ASEAN members emphasize on improving the standard of development such as hospitals, schools, and other social development that can improve facilities to the people. For instance, by developing the rural areas that can improve the lives of the people. With this effort, human rights are also being a major priority for ASEAN countries. Secondly, prioritizing education, where ASCC are responsible to improve the school facilities, such increase the numbers of chairs and study tables to facilitate students' learning session. Improving the education system, such providing more modern learning materials, is also one of the efforts to ASCC to improve the education level. Moreover, the ASCC also focus on strengthening entrepreneurial skill for women, youth, elderly, the disabled, the weak and marginalized in the productive workforce by improving their entrepreneurial skills, especially to improve their social well-being and contribute to national development and regional economic unification. For instance, the ASCC built the civil service capability towards the women, youth, elderly, and the person with disabilities. Besides, ASCC focused on the promoting information and communication technology or ICT. The ASCC implement human resource development program which will facilitate the implementation of regional ICT initiative. Among the actions that have been done by the ASCC are by facilitating access to applied science and technology, by developing policies and mechanisms to support active cooperation in research, science and technology development, technology transfer and commercialization, and the formation of a strong network of scientists and technological institutions with the active participation of the private sector and other relevant organizations. Additionally, ASCC also focus on the social welfare and protection of the society. ASEAN are committed to improving the well-being and livelihoods of the ASEAN community through poverty reduction, ensuring social well-being and protection, building a safe, secure, and drug-free environment, enhancing disaster resilience, and addressing health development issues. Hence, in a nutshell, there's a lot of initiatives that will be implemented by the ASEAN countries in order to achieve one of the ASEAN Pillars community, which is ASEAN Socio-Cultural Community. The existence of ASCC has given guarantee a good life that will be enjoyed by the people of ASEAN countries in terms of social economic development and so on. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hafiz bin Muhammad Khaldun, and today I'm going to talk about the 3 pillars on the Asian Community 2015. To sum up, to conclude the economic community, the AEC Blueprint 2025 outlines the strategic measures to each the AEC 2025's 5 features. These strategic initiatives will be further defined and implemented through the work plans of several sectoral organizations in ASEAN to operationalize the blueprint's implementation. To ensure their relevance and effectiveness, the sectoral work plan will be evaluated and revised on a regular basis. At the regional and national levels, partnership with the corporate sector, industrial organization, and the general public will be aggressively sought and nurtured to guarantee an open and participatory approach to the integration process. The Asian Economic Community Blueprints 2025 will lead to the more proactive Asian with a structure and framework in place to operate as an economic community, fostering collective identity and strength to engage with the world. Respond to the new development in size with the new opportunity. The new blueprint will ensure that the 10 Asian member states are not only economically connected but also sustained and profitably integrated in the global economy, thereby contributing to the shared prosperity aim.